Here, the Cincinnati Bearcats dynasty. We're going to be getting out of here this time, getting out of this season, but let's go ahead and take a look at season stats, career stats. Drogo ended up with 3,212 yards, 21 touchdowns, and a very disappointing 12 interceptions. Had he stopped throwing interceptions, maybe we would have won a lot more games. And then Leichenberg had to come in. He had thrown for 613, 6 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions, 3 of them coming in the final game. Williams was over 1,000 rushing yards. He was at 7 touchdowns, fumbled twice. Pryor only had 79 rushing yards and a fumble. No touchdowns for him. 39 and 4 touchdowns for Drogo on the ground, 5 fumbles. Samaj Jones, 20 and a touchdown. Leichenberg, 15, 8 and a touchdown for the fullback. And only 1 rush for 4 yards for Reader. And Greg Brown, the legendary freshman wide receiver, 1,129 receiving yards and 9 touchdowns. Great season for him. 862 yards and 5 touchdowns here for Johnson. He is a senior and he'll be moving on. Dakari Anderson, the big play man, 847 and 8 touchdowns, had a long of 79. 441 and 3 touchdowns for Williams, 198 for Reader, 154 for Williams, the running back, 102 and a touchdown for Royer. He didn't do much, but that average is pretty good. 97 for Woodburn. Didn't get too many reps. He may be a starter next year if we don't replace him. So far we haven't. But I also kind of wanted to move him to running back, but we'll see. 27 yards here for Pryor. Wyman had 1 for 23 and 3 catches for 22 yards for Pryor, the running back. Alright. Tackles led by Willis. Tackles for loss, 45 for Corleone. Butler and Wilson really close on that one. I'm assuming the tackles is what gave the Wilson the edge. Sacks, the leaders are actually Butler and Wilson. 3 sacks for Corleone, 3 for Arnold, 3 for Pace, 2 for Jew, and 1 for Hawthorne, and half for Thompson, Sanchez, and Emerson. 2 interceptions for Thompson, 2 for Carroll, and 1 for Arnold. Forced fumbles, we had 4 by Corleone, 1 by Carroll, and 1 by Coleman. 2 recoveries by Coleman, 1 by Thompson, and 1 by Wilson. We had no blocks, no safeties, and no touchdowns. Kicking wise, 100% on extra points. And just 76%. He's gonna be gone this year, so Shable is gonna have to save us. Punting, lots of yards here. Not what you want to see. Sure, it's what Fletcher wants to see though. He wants to get drafted. Good returning here for Woodburn. He had a lot of them. In terms of kick returns, and barely any yardage really here for Anderson on the punt returning side. We may move forward with Woodburn there as well. Alright, we saw the season stats. Let's look at career stats. Drogo nearing 4K. He's a redshirted sophomore, so he has 2 more years. Hopefully he can fix this average here. Drogo has done pretty good, but similarly bad in interceptions. Rushing, Williams really, this is his first starting year, so not a whole lot for him. No one really is very different. Receiving yards, Tony Johnson couldn't hit 2K. But he ended up over 10 touchdowns. Obviously, Brown is going to surpass him next year. Anderson is 847 and 8 touchdowns. Oh, well, obviously, this is his first year starting. Same thing really here for Williams. Royer barely moves forward. He's been very unimpressive. Not a lot to see here. Most of these guys are getting their stats started. 14 sacks is going to be all that Wilson's going to be able to obtain. I think he was probably going to get drafted. He does have an interception as well. He has a ton of tackles for loss racked up. He actually has about the same amount of tackles for loss as Corleone had this year. Lots of tackles. No forced fumbles in his career, but he did get one. Not bad for him. Let's take a look at Corleone. 8.5 sacks in his short career here. 69 tackles for loss. Plenty of tackles. 5 forced fumbles. Don't think he had any touchdowns either. He did not. Alright. Butler's a freshman. Armani Arnold, the junior. We're not in a good place to be able to keep him, but we'll have to see what happens. 2 interceptions so far in his career. He has a lot of tackles for loss. He's been very effective in the run defense. And Pace ending his career with only 3 sacks. He's not going to get drafted. 18 tackles for loss. No forced fumbles. Coleman didn't get the start this year. 2.5 sacks. Forced fumble. Recovered 3. He also will not be getting drafted. Vaney still has another year. Our senior here, Claremont, has 2 interceptions, 2 sacks. No forced fumbles. No touchdown. Never mind, 1 touchdown. There's a chance, but it's unlikely. Alright, now let's see if there's any more seniors we need to look at. Jack Dingle here only had 2 tackles for loss, half a sack, 1 pick. No forced fumbles, no touchdowns. Willis is a junior. Young, the senior, has 2 interceptions, 7 tackles for loss. No forced fumbles. He has 2 touchdowns, though. He has a chance. It's not a very big one, though. So the only interceptions he has went for touchdowns. And that's probably going to be it. Keys here didn't play at all for me. And that's going to be it. Kicking wise, 39 for 49. Long of 55. Was 100% from extra points. Punting. Well, this is his first year starting. Same there and same there. Alright. Now let's see if any records were broken. Alright, career, the national is not going to be getting broken. I wish they would have a year where they got it, but I guess it doesn't really do that in Madden either, so it's going to be hard to remember or notice when things change here. In fact, things may have already changed and we have no idea. Unlikely though. Phillip Rivers out here balling out. Wait a minute, this is the ACC. Let's go back to National. What the heck happened? Oh, I'm a fool. I literally moved it myself. I forgot it's all stacked. It's not like how it is in Madden. Alright. Cedric Benson still up there. see, wide receiver touchdowns. Not on pace for it. Brown is who I'm talking about here. He's also not on pace for the... Well, he's kind of on pace there if he has some big games. Let's go to this season. Nationally, there are years here. So, no changes there. Let's go to the Big 12. Not going to be any changes here either. In the games, no changes and no changes. We'll eventually do like a big record check, see if anything has gotten broken around the league, but really no point. I already clicked on this in the last episode. No one wants me. It's okay though. Early National Signing Day. So there's really nothing we can do here, but we could check progress since it didn't tell me anything. He's reached his top 3 schools and we're at number 3. He's about to reach his top 5 and Waiters is going to West Virginia. Not good there. We're doing really good here on Boodle at least. 3rd place now for Wall. 1st for Mahoney. We lose out here. Wow, another player off the board. We are still in 1st place for Bynum and Jewell. We're in 2nd place here for Ramon Irving. Not good though. 2nd place for left outside linebacker Jones. 1st for Roy Boyce. And 2nd for Manu Taumopenu. Not a good start here for us. And obviously nothing we can do about it now. So let's go ahead and advance the week. Please give me my recruiting update this time. They will not be doing that. Well, let's advance the week now. No. Oh, view job offers. Somebody wants the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. Oh, God. We're not moving teams though. We're staying here. We're not able to get an update here. We'll check out the bracket in a little while, but Coach Carousel here. We're back down to no offers. Alright, let's advance the week again. And Irving has reached his top 3 schools. I'm guessing just no changes were really happening. It's going to be really hard to convince all these players. We have... Oh, okay, never mind. I thought I could click on that there. We could not. Let's see if we have the bracket. We're also going to need to check All-Americans here soon. Alright. Oregon beats Boise State. Notre Dame beats Maryland. Texas A&M beats Oklahoma. Penn State is defeated by Texas. Then Georgia beats Texas. Texas A&M beats Clemson. The 1 seed team loses to Notre Dame. And they had the Heisman as well. Michigan loses to Oregon. Oregon defeats Notre Dame. And Georgia beats Texas A&M. It's going to be the number 2 versus the number 4. Oregon versus Georgia. Check out All-Americans real quick. Nationally, we do have Corleone here in the first team. check out the second team. No one here. And the freshman, Jake Wheelock, is able to get on the board. I'm shocked Greg Brown doesn't make it. But I guess other rookies had better seasons. I'm sure he'll be in the Big 12 one though. Dante Corleone, first team obviously. Carter Brown and Max Flesher, first team for the Big 12. Cameron Wilson, second team. And that is it. See freshmen Greg Brown and Jake Wheelock. And we also get Rod Hawkins. He really didn't do anything this year, so that's kind of surprising. Well, we had a few people in there. Not bad. All the bowl games, guys. Oh, I guess these games haven't been played yet. And we obviously won't be getting one. Hawaii only had 6 wins and they made it into the bowl game, so had we won, we would have been in there. And we were where in the conference? Oh, don't tell me. We were last team in the conference. Alright. Gonna advance the week, see who wins the championship game. And we got top 3 schools there for Boodle. We're still in first place. I was about to say, let me go back. And we're in first place as Antoine Baptiste hits his top 5 schools. Alright, let's see who won. Not all Americans, you fool. The victor is Oregon. Oh, I didn't realize you could do that. It did not look like a thing you could do. But Oregon gets the victory, the number 2 seed. Now let's check out... Oh, time to just advance the week. And we're going to be able to take a look at a few things. We'll see if we can maintain any of these players. We have 5 decisions. We really need to make some decisions. Wit needs to come back. Persuasion chance is low. Decision has to be made here though. Who is not going to be getting the persuasion opportunity? Might be Stokes here, because if we're able to bring Whit back, we already have our other free safety who started all this year. But this is the first one we need to try to do. We had 5 interceptions and it wasn't good enough for them. We do bring Whit back, which helps me with my plan. Okay, so now we can go ahead and try to bring Willis back. We have a decent chance here, and it is successful. So now, decision time on the rest. I think, let's go ahead, success there. Let's hold off. Let's try to get a success there, we do. Now, as I talked about, Stokes is probably moving on here. Do we want to bring Jaquan Sanks back? Yes. We know how many Corners we've already lost. So good decisions there. Luckily we get everyone back except for Stokes. Now looking down here, Brown graduated. Buford graduated. Claremont, Coleman. Alright, we got Corleone projected in the first round. Graduation's probably down the line here. Leichenberg. Pryor, Williams. No designation on Wilson for the draft. I'm projecting him to get it picked up in the late rounds though. We can now advance the week. And we can start throwing people on our board. Coach XP goals. Okay, we can move up a little bit there. For next year, this is what we're looking at. Let's check out the draft results. Corleone is the only player to get drafted going in the first round. I really wish it would tell you what overall they went. Can we go? We would have to go team by team. Round 2. I'm not going to go team by... Oh my gosh, see, this is what I'm trying to get looking like. Yeah, look at that. All them players. Let's take a look at Colorado. No one. East Carolina had no one. The team that wanted me had no one. These creeps had a round 4. Three players drafted off of my created team. Let's check out the other created team in this franchise. They had a lot of good players here going. Surprised Noble's only went in the 5th. Because he played really well against us. Alright, let's take a look here at the transfer portal. Actually, before we look here at the transfer portal, let us look at the roster, see where the holes are. Oh, well, we can't be doing that. We have 3 quarterbacks, 4 running backs, 1 fullback. We have plenty of wide receivers. We have 4 tight ends. We have 3 left tackles. We have 2 left guards. We have 4 centers. And we're about to bring in a 5th, so the guard spot actually is fine. We have 4 right guards, 3 right tackles, correction. And we just possibly lost out on another. We're gonna have 3 left ends, 3 right ends. We'll have 4 defensive tackles. No left outside linebackers. Coleman left. No, Coleman's staying. There's the free safety that left. So we'll have 5 middle linebackers. 2 right outside linebackers. We got another one already. We lose 1 corner, so we're actually fine there for the most part. And of course we have these two. Could break onto the scene for a big improvement. Only have 2 free safeties now, or 3 free safeties. Okay, they already took him off. And we have 3 strong safeties, only 1 kicker and 2 punters. We're working on kicker already, so really what we want to look at is offensive line a little bit, maybe defensive end. There's not a lot of needs. Maybe we throw right outside linebacker on the board. This is my recommended. We're locked out of like everything. I wish I could see how many players I had on my team without like going through and counting it. Especially with the ones that are leaving. Well, we might as well just start. 1, 2, 3, 4, nope, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 9, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67. So we have 23 available spots. Actually, I think we can only have 75. Can't remember what the number is. But if we're assuming it's that, move up 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73. Technically, we may only have 2 spots available with plenty of players about to get on board. But we'll still make some moves here. Let's look at 5-star prospects. Nothing. 4. Probably nothing we can do anything with. But with the running backs in the state that they're in, maybe we want to check out that position, see if there's a difference maker in there. No one I can get, probably. Start looking at a lineman. No tackles interested. No guards interested. Alright, looks like we're gonna have to tackle that elsewhere. We do have interest here from Doggett. He wants to come on over. He is a junior currently. Looks like we're pretty much locked out on all of them here. Okay, there has to be... Yeah. Hold on. How you gonna recommend a bunch of people that have me locked out? Alright. We don't need another middle linebacker. Pretty much locked out due to deal breakers on all these players. Really no linemen. It really isn't. Okay. So it looks like we're going to be looking at high school players a bit more here. We are getting interest from... Oh, I think these are also... These also the transfer portal guys? They are. So I guess these are like my big guys here. Technically, we're in a good place for some of them, but they're not at positions in need. We really don't have any positions in need. The only thing we'd be able to do is bring in difference makers. Let's start over here and just start working on the people we've added. Go ahead and offer scholarships here. Now it's pulled all actions out. So, Shockey, we are really close to getting locked out here. Schedule a visit. Let's go playing time. That's the only one we have any hope for. Then we'll do the hard sell. There we go. And action, boom. Alright, we're already halfway through our points. I mean, 100 points down. Not gonna schedule a visit here for him. We will go ahead and do the hard sell though, as he is a gem and we want to bring him in. Boodle is really close to committing to us. Just go ahead with the hard sell. We shouldn't need to waste any... Nope, not that one. Shouldn't need to waste anything on visit. We will next week though if it gets a little closer. But I'm anticipating him potentially needing to be our starter now. We have a lot of things we need to do here. We already scheduled a visit for him. This is probably a lost cause. But we're gonna try anyways. We're in a good spot here for Mahoney. Go ahead and do the hard sell here on as many as possible. We'll go back and do visit schedules after we have completed everything that we're going to complete. Don't have a lot of players left, but we have plenty of stuff, so we may have to schedule a lot of visits. This actually looks pretty good for him. And we are not in a good place to get a commitment from him, so he's going to be one of the people that might be getting a schedule or a visit scheduled for. That is probably going to be it. Alright, perfect. Build by process of elimination. Alright. Mr. Jones, we're not in a good position for him either. We are in a very good position here on Roy Boyce. Although that can change if you're not putting enough effort into it. We're moving into the right direction here. He's not in a position to be able to have visits or anything yet. He barely hit his top 5 and we barely stayed inside of it. But we know nothing for the hard sell, so let's actually just throw that in there. And we can't do the hard sell here yet either. So we'll have 200 available points to throw into visits. We're already trying there. That might not go too well. I hope it does, but it might not. Alright, we're in a good spot there. Also in a good place there, so we won't waste the visits. Won't waste a visit there. Maybe we throw one here and bind them. Won't use one there. We'll definitely use one here. And all these visits will be scheduled for this week. We'll do more next week. Alright, we're gonna need one here. Is that our best one that we know? Yeah. Either that or the playing time, but let's go with that. We're in a good position here for Roy Boyce. We'll hold off there for a moment. Let's go ahead and we can't schedule a visit there yet. Can't schedule visits for either of these two yet, I don't believe. It's not true. We need to move forward a little bit here, so we'll go ahead and we'll hold off on him. So we have 120 more points, that's 3 more visits. I know we were talking about buying them, so we'll go ahead and do that. A lot of these visits will be good as they get to meet with teammates. Now here at this point, this stage, it's who do we think we can lock up? One of them here, Mitchell Boodle. We can no longer do by week 1, so we'll hold off on that. Schedule a visit for week 2 for him. B+ is going to be his best. You know, maybe I should have used, we'll hold off on any more. Maybe I should have been getting some scouting done. I was just kind of focused on picking them up, but scouting makes a lot of sense here. We're probably going to get quite a few commitments and quite a few rejections here in this week. So, let's start here with the running backs. Got a gem here in Taumopenu. That's all we're going to be able to do here. I could have scheduled one more visit, but with it being not till next week, it was a bit of a waste to throw one on the kicker. Should have just waited to schedule that. So let's advance the week and see what happens. Only have 2 transfers on our board. We get locked out on Shockey. We moved into 2nd place, but it wasn't enough. Man, he's going away. Doggett, we move into 1st place for him. Boyce has reached his top 3 and we're about to lock him in. Perfect. Alright, let's see. How many We have 300 points available. Let's get middle linebacker there off our board. Luckily, we got Maurice Middleton, who is a gem, so not a big deal there. We're about to get a commitment here from Boodle. Wall is so close to committing to Washington, it's not even funny. We're about to lock in Mahoney here soon. Making a little bit of movement here on Wayne Bynum. Good position there. We've helped ourselves significantly here. He would have committed, but he's just not sure if he wants to yet. Boyce is about to commit, as we just saw. Haven't moved over that team yet, but we are doing pretty well. Moved up to third place on Jahid Lassane Jr. And move into first place here for Doggett, as we already saw, as he's hit his top 5. Which means we can pull this out. Throw in a hard sell if we have enough information, which we do not. Let's go back to this. Do have some, so we're getting close to being able to do that. Not gonna be, it's possible, but highly unlikely you're actually able to predict it from that. Already, yeah. Just send the house back in there. We should know next week. Not able to do a hard sell yet there. We've already done it here. We're also already done it there, and there, and there. Alright. So I think one other thing I want to look at before we start. Well, we already saw. Could have recommended good offensive tackle. We are in a good place here, but it's also not a very good place. He's too close. Let's, I mean, we're probably about to lose out on a pretty good way. It was even a right tackle. I forget things sometimes. He was. Okay, that's fine. Let's offer him a scholarship. Go ahead and send the house. Hopefully we're able to get onto his board. We'll see. I don't think anyone's offered him scholarships. No, so we should easily get onto his board. Alright, we have 245 more points to play with. We already have a visit scheduled there. We should get a commitment here with no problem. We already scheduled a visit in the past, so we're locked out there. Already scheduled a visit for him. Really, all this week is going to be is scheduling visits, as many as we can, and then getting some more scouting going. B minuses across the board. Let's go not championship contender. Let's go playing time. Although he should not really be anticipating any playing time. Best for us is going to be playing time, as again here. Don't know how many more visits we can schedule. We're not wasting one there. He's already locked up. We will not be able to do one here yet. Actually, I doubt we will be able to schedule a visit for any of these guys. Never mind. And luckily, we figure out one of his things to be able to schedule a visit there and help us out. We just don't know enough to schedule a visit yet for him. And we really don't know enough to do it there. Alright, so we've done all the schedules that we're gonna do. Let's just get some more scouting done. Hold on. We scouted any of these guys? Oh, heck no. No need to do it there, unless I just want to know. No need there. We can scout him up a little bit. Got a gem here in Taylor Mahoney. That's a good thing. Got 95 more points available. Really all I'm doing here is seeing if I need to quickly replace somebody. No gems, but no, nothing that would completely lock me out on somebody. I have 5 available points. I don't think I can do anything with them. So, we'll just add a random prospect. Send them a scholarship offer. Maybe we need someone to fill in case the rookie and Leichenberg's gone, but Drogo are not performing well. So we'll just send him a scholarship. We're already in 3rd place. Is he a need? No. Is he probably going to get cut? Yeah, probably. And we got a commitment from Mitchell Boodle. Roy Boyce. And that is it. We do get locked out on a few people, surprisingly. Not sure what happened. But obviously 2 commitments there. Taylor Mahoney has reached his top 3. We should be able to lock him in very quickly here. We fall to 2nd place on Stephen Jones. That's not good. Move into 1st place here for the gem Taumopenu. And we move into 2nd place for Bridges here. But no commitment decision from the right tackle. We still have a chance. Alright, I'm doing really good there. Looks like we just kind of made him think a little bit. Don't look like we actually did anything. We have literally everything in here that we can do. There's nothing else we can do for him. He's either going to come here or he's not. We're in a really good place for a lot of these guys. And honestly, these 400 points are probably just going to get thrown into scouting for the most part. Other than, let's go down here to these bottom guys. Got locked out here surprisingly on Lassane Jr. Probably because I just didn't have enough in on him. We didn't have enough information. He's about his top 3, so actually we have some more visits we can schedule. That'll take up some of the points as well. Gosh dang it. Oh. Do we know enough? Maybe. There's an X there. X is there, and that is already going to put me in a position where I think I'm not going to know it. It is still technically possible, though. Nope, not happening yet. But good thing for us, we're in a good position for him still. Actually, we were about to move into a very bad position if I did not re-add this. But with all the schedules or the visit out there. Well, no we won't. Again, we don't know enough. Alright. Don't know enough to do that for him. And he's not in a position to move forward. Neither is he. But when it's time for us to schedule a visit for Drew DeShields, we are in a position to do that. And we know enough to schedule a visit here, so let's go ahead and do that. And we know enough to send the hard sell here. Alright, and add the action of the DM. Perfect. Alright, and then we will also schedule a visit on top of that. C-, C-, and B-. Let's go brand exposure. Alright, we still have a lot of points to work with here. Maybe I should have done the scouting to start. We will do a scout here though. Alright. We already had a visit scheduled for him, so again, another one of those positions, they're either going to come over here or they're not. That is basically done. I can't believe he didn't commit. Oh, it's because he reached his top 3. No, he'd been reached his top 3. What the heck, man? Not that I needed the points anyways. Schedule already visited there, or visit, whatever. We already have that in there. We have it everywhere, really. So yeah, it's just gonna be, I mean, we might as well just get some scouting done here. A bust? Oh, well that's good information. Maybe it's not the end of the world if we don't get him. He probably doesn't want to hear that, but it's the truth. Why can't I scout him anymore? Oh, I'm a fool. Because he committed. Don't look like we might have much scouting left to do. And I guess these, well, obviously here we can send the house his way now. I guess for these it's just gonna end up being we can go look at more people and just do a few more scouting without throwing any more points their way. Another wide receiver that we don't need. Quarterback that we won't need. Is there any O-linemen? All these athletic people are quarterbacks and wide receivers. Alright, here's an O-lineman. There we go. Is there any right tackles pop up anywhere? Would not appear so. We're second place on the highest guys there. Nobody left. and locked out of everyone else. It would appear. Alright, let's go down to 2 stars. Recommended, actually. That's where our 2 stars are going to be found. Trying to find a starter for next year. Let's just throw these guys on the board here and throw some scouting points into them. This is the only one we'll actually offer a scholarship to. And he's a bust, so that was a waste as well. Let's go ahead and remove him from the board. No longer interested. We're not offering scholarships to these two. Never mind, we will offer a scholarship here. And we'll also be sending the house. Found ourselves a gem. It's gonna be hard to get onto his board though. And another gem found. Well, I guess the scouting the 5-star strat really worked out here. Fortunately though, we're about to get locked out for him. 2 scholarships have been offered, and all I can really do here is this. Unless we hold off here on the house, let's pull the house out. Let's send friends and family in a DM here. And then we might be able to do something similar here. Friends and family in a DM. There we go. That looks a little bit better. We got scholarships in there, a decent amount of points. They're 2 stars, so we should be able to make some ground there. Perfect. Are they needed? Maybe. You never know. Let's advance the week. Commitment from Marcus Wall the Bust. He is a 4-star though. Ramon Irving coming over. And we lose out here on Jones. Stephen Jones, the left outside linebacker, going elsewhere. I think that's Louisville. Alright, but we got 2 commitments. Baptiste is in his top 3 now, and we're blowing everybody else out of the water. Wayne Bynum hit his top 3, and we're in a pretty good position on the other teams, but it can shrink. Top 3 hit here for Doggett. Again, in a good position. We are in 2nd place still for Bridges. And we moved into 2nd place for Drew DeShields. And we've jumped onto the board of Henderson, reaching his top 3. But we have a long way to go. And this is the final week. They're either going to commit or they're not. He probably will. He will. He will, I think. There's a chance he doesn't though. But there's not anything else we can do. Either does or he doesn't. Let's pull Stephen Jones off there. He may not commit this week. We'll have to see. Would really like to see a commitment here. Did we already schedule a visit? We did. We already have the hard sell out there for him. He's hit his top 3. We should get a commitment here. We should also have enough to do the hard sell. Nope. Nope. Likely. Yup, it's gonna be that one. And then we'll throw the DM back on there. Schedule a visit for proximity to home. Perfect, we should lock him up here. Really not too interested here in bridges now after I got information on these two. We're gonna need a little bit more movement here on Rudy Henderson. We have enough points now to throw the send the house in for him. Alright, and Cole Huber, we moved all the way up into first place for him. Same position, we can go send the house and increase our status with him. I mean, might as well just pull out of this race here. I have very little interest there now, knowing what I know. Possibly even here. 85 strength, 74 pass block finesse, 77 run block finesse. Well, clearly these two are worse here. But they're gems, so we'll leave Bridges on there just because he's going to be better than them. We still don't have enough information to send that or do the full hard sell there. Don't have enough information here to do a hard sell. We already doing it here? We are. Obviously, we can't even do it here or here. Don't know enough. Don't know enough. And we've got it done there. So, let's go look at outside linebackers after we lost one. Doing the same strat we did with our last ones. We already got a Rakpo. That's right outside. Is there any left outsides available? A lot of these have probably gotten commitments or we're just locked out of. You know, I don't mind throwing a 2-star on there, but there's really no point. Right outside. It's a pain when nobody wants you. Alright, and we're not about to scroll through the 1-stars, so we are officially done. See what happens. I mean, unless there's something I can do. Which I don't think there is. We don't have any more needs. Those 360 hours are just... Unless there's some more visits I can schedule, which I actually think there is. I completely forgot about that. Here, do we know at least one? We sure do. Throw it on his facilities. There we go, this is how we get some points done. Shields here. We know at least one. Perfect. And we can't schedule visits or anything for these two yet, so maybe Henderson. I don't know if that's a top 8 thing. No, that's a top 5 thing. Alright, And that is all we can do. Sit back and hope we are able to lock in some of these recruits. I think it keeps going. I don't think it's just a boom or bust here, but we'll see. Taylor Mahoney committed. CJ Doggett committed. Kona Jewel committed. Cole Huber committed. We lost to Shields. Not too worried there. Don't really care. Alright, is there even a chance to... I think this is the final week. But it's like... I don't know, I think they're just either committed elsewhere or they're not. So we lose Bridges to Shields and Henderson. Alright, well... 17-man class. Not bad. Some of them may be getting cut. A lot of them will be redshirted. Really happy to get Tao Mopeno. They did not tell me we got him, but we did. Maybe I accidentally skipped it, I don't know. That's going to be really good for us in the future. We'll have to check out. Let's see if we need to do position changes. Yes, we do. I think. With getting him, I think Woodburn going, you know, Wyman can play, or maybe the guy we just picked up. But at the same time, would it even be worth it? He would be an 82 overall elusive back. Interesting. I'm very, very interested in that. But another thing we have to look at, do we maybe move Reader to wide receiver? He'd be 72 overall slot. Maybe. Is there someone else that would fit it a bit better? Probably not, let's be honest. We can check Covey here. No, that's his highest. That's what he is going to do best at. We could end up moving Reader to receiver, put him in the slot. Can't ignore these guys though. Maybe they have good receiving stats. They don't. It's okay though. Tight ends. Gavin Grover here. Daly. Yeah, this is his best spot. Man, I don't know what to do there. Because if I don't change it now, I can't change it at all. Potentially. Do we just go for the speed kills method? The question is though, the receiver I brought in was a gem. Would he be good enough to fill in immediately? Other question is, same thing for the running backs. We're gonna leave it for a year. We're really... This should really be in the next week when you get a reveal on their overalls. Alright, let's, he's not showing here, the new receiver we just picked up. But because of that, we have Perkins here who has star. We might be able to play him a little bit. Let's move him to running back. Let's go ahead and let's make the move. Not Shane Wyman. Woodburn, you fools. This man could literally be the starter. Hold on. I thought this man was a running back. Did he end up being a receiver? Did he end up being a tight end? Been looking for him. What is his name? Mahoney. Where is this man? He is definitely a wide receiver. I don't know where he is on this dang depth chart here, but I'm gonna need him to pop up. Oh well, it's fine. We'll find him. Getting some good development here on the line. Oh, Marcus Wall, he was called a bust, but he starts out at a 75 overall. I like that. Huber, he's a gem, but he's not startable, let's be honest. I like what I saw from Wall here. They called him a bust, probably because of his run blocking. But that pass blocking is elite. We'll have to decide here again between these two. Um, 73 overall to start. We have deal breaker on him, unfortunately. Would he be a higher overall at another position? Not really. Wouldn't be startable. Unless he has like some crazy development or something. And Wheelock did really good last year, so I'd be good with him moving forward. Do we see upgrades in overall? Not yet. Left end. I'd be fine with this setup. We brought in some freshmen. 66 and... I guess I only brought in one. I thought I brought in two. Might just not be showing right now. Rakpo is going to end up being a 63 overall. That's not good. Plenty of little middle linebackers here. Maurice Middleton looks really good. Would he be better on the left? That may be a good move to make. What is his... Oh, it doesn't show his dang thing. We can change that later if we need to. Well, we have starters here. We can move him. Before we do that though, let's check if Newsome 72. Let's move him outside there. He'll probably end up being a starter. We're fine here without any movement. This guy's probably gonna end up getting red-shirted. We brought in Bynum, he's gonna get red-shirted for sure. Cummings and Montague may get opportunities, but it's not likely with these four right here. Although next year they may get some opportunities. Shane Moody here, I think we're actually going to put Big Wit here ahead of him. Unless... No, we'll let Willis finally start here. Only thing I was thinking was if we moved him to the strong side. Yeah, it would be literally the same, so... Alright, that is fine. We got Baptiste. He's better than Shable, thank goodness. Accuracy's pretty nice, the power's kinda rough. So in a way he's not better than him, but we'll at least give him an opportunity here. Alright. So no more position changes needed. Let's advance the week. Alright, obviously we need interceptions. Training results. Let's check it out. Oh my, Armani Arnold up to an 89 overall. I'm pretty sure that's a pretty big jump there for him. I'm like, I might be bugging, but I'm pretty sure that's like an 8 overall jump. Punter's fine. 84 overall. Running back Woodburn. Strong safety Willis moving up to an 84. Willick up. Tenginsdale up to an 84. Hammond getting up to an 83. Who are you? Where did you come from? Sheffield moving up to an 83. That's good. Jonathan Harder getting up to an 83. So we're getting some good development here on our O-line. Williams doesn't really move up there, getting an 82. Jew's up to an 82. Alright, we are getting very good development here. Alright, Drogo doesn't really move up much. Where are the other quarterbacks? Alright, my bad, I had to step out and do something real quick. I'm really confused. Oh, it's because he isn't getting any jumping overall. He's a freshman. That makes a lot more sense now. Running back here, we get some good development from a lot of these guys. Alright, Brown only moving up 2 overall. Okay, that's interesting. Anderson ends up pulling out in front of him. Got some decent developments there. Perkins moving up to 66. We may end up playing him a little bit in the slot. Alright, let's see. O-line is actually looking pretty solid here. Turnbull just randomly showing up. We may be able to kick him to one of the other positions if necessary, but it's really not looking very necessary. Got a freshman, Corbin Pryor, moving up. It's actually very interesting here. We may end up starting him. May. Tenginsdale actually looks... He's better at run blocking. We're going to leave that alone. Right tackle is going to be our weak point, but we just got a 75 overall freshman. He may be able to step in and have a big impact. Left end here, we randomly have this Hammond dude showing up. Really big development out of him. 85 power move, 64 finesse, so Jew would be a clear starter there. Burns randomly popped up. And I think Butler is also a clear starter here. Well, the block shedding is way better for Burns, but still. Damn. Interesting. Alright, Hugo Sanchez, not a lot of movement here for him. Yeah, he just didn't get any sacks really, so we're definitely taking a major step back here at this position. No movement there as there's no new players. Alright, Thompson, Coleman, McCoy, all developing just a little bit, not a whole lot there. Right outside, we end up losing some ground here. Yeah, Brian Sims moving out ahead of him, but we'll definitely keep an eye on. I think Hawkins is better anyways in that role, based off of those stats. See a little bit of movement here from these two. I'll definitely move them up a bit. But definitely still some issues here. Witt didn't really move up too much, but his coverages are clearly better than Johnson. And Willis, obviously, very good player there. Shable moves up to a 68, still not very enticing there. So let's go ahead and advance the week. Mulvaney is the only risk for the contender right now. And we have just a massive list here. 4 players that might be moving out. Alright. This is the last thing we'll be doing in this episode. I have how many roster spots? Oh, I don't actually have to tell anyone to leave. So there's 85 spots. So we're not going to be telling anyone to leave. Why would I? We're not changing the conference either. Yeah, look at this. They want me to change up the height. Yeah, I ain't doing that. We will stay in the Big 12 with tough competition. We're not running from the smoke. We'll advance the week again. And we have more people popping up here on the transfer list. 7 now. But this is where we are going to end this one. Who did all you Bengals fans out there, and have a good day.